You can now make online payments to Jaffna Divisional Secretariat via GovPay.
In this level of globalization, how do you see the success rate or failure rate of it, and what would be the repercussions for the rest of the world, and how it would unfold?
I think what Trump is doing is trying to protect the dollar. In the process, trying to reduce China's growth. So that means to that extent, China can't take on. The total markets are going to develop in our part of the world. If you look at it, a new scenario can emerge. Now, if they sort of further activate the RCEP, which has whole of East Asia plus Australia and ASEAN, can they then come to fix a date by which many of the agreements are over? Any case, the Middle East is tariff-free. So you can see a big economic zone come out of that. Because US only controls 25% of the global economy. These people together can take on more.
Actually, we are facing challenges because of the real uncertainty created by Trump. And so otherwise the trade that we would have had without him would have been quite different from what is happening. It's going to be a very uncertain world. That is my difficulty, is that, business people can't operate. They don't know what will happen next. And so I think my reading is that this will also pass. So it's not going to be very long-term thing that is what he's trying to do.
Has politics in Sri Lanka changed with regard to the market system and embracing globalization?
Politics in Sri Lanka has not changed. All the political parties generally duck the question. And they go to elections on what you're against, not what you're for. At the last election, we had an agreement with the IMF, with the official creditors committee, and with the bondholders. One party said, we will renegotiate this with the IMF. Other party said, we are going to make amendments to this. Unless Sri Lanka politics change, where you can take an issue and say, this is what you have to do, running on negative campaigns are not going to work.
Do you still think that trade is looked at negatively in Sri Lanka?
From what I can see, trade is being looked negatively. If you look at the agreements we had with India on trade, all have not been implemented. Yeah. So we have this bias against trade, partly by the private sector, who don't want them to come in so that their own spheres of profit making get affected, especially among the left and others. It's surprising. Though China changed and Vietnam changed, our left parties, some of them thinkers didn't change. We are not getting anywhere now. We have this main issue of how to deal with the US. We are still grappling with it. We have got 30%. You can't survive with 30%. They are going to ask for less. I hope they succeed. Now you have to realize one thing. We have never told the US. US is a member of the OCC. And US has signed on to the EFF and the time limits, which means they must help us now. Otherwise they are in breach of the agreement. They are preventing from us to repay the bondholders, and we must now tell the IMF, tell the bondholders to go to US and collect the money.